and welcome to our Gold Learning viewers. I'm Fiona Lang Sharp, IBCLC, Director of Communications and MC for Gold Learning. Well, I'm very excited today to be sitting down with Shannon Kane, and she's going to be speaking at our upcoming Gold Perinatal 2017 online conference. Shannon's going to be part of our trauma informed care add-on package, so look for that. Our conference actually starts on October 2nd, but you can go ahead to the website at goldperinatal.com and check out all the registration details for our main conference and of course for our add-on package as well. Now Shannon's going to be addressing psychological birth trauma causes, assessment and treatment. Welcome Shannon, it's great to have you here today.
Thanks for having me.
Well, you and I have been chatting a little bit offline today, and I know that we're getting ready to record your full presentation, but I wanted to give you an opportunity to introduce yourself to our listening audience and just tell them a little bit about yourself and what you do on your day-to-day life there.
Sure. Well, my name is Shannon Kane, and I'm an EMDR therapist and a social worker from Calgary, Alberta. And my work, I specialize with working with people who are experiencing perinatal mood and anxiety disorders, childbirth trauma, and PTSD in the perinatal period. And I own a private practice called Birth Narratives.
That's wonderful, and it's great to hear. And for those of you who are listening right now, Shannon's not actually that far away from me. We live in the same province in Canada, so I know having another great resource not that far is just wonderful. So Shannon, I want you to tell me a little bit about how your journey began with this topic, or how did you become interested in this area of social work? Perhaps you could elaborate for me.
Sure. Well, for me, it was a bit of a slow process. I first started to recognize the need for this work when I was working with young mothers and marginalized populations. And they would tell me their birth stories often, and the themes that I heard were around feeling misunderstood, mistreated, and helpless. And then I went to work in the health region here locally in mental health and found the same themes around birth trauma and birth stories. And knew that there is a definite need for more attention to this area. And so got some more training and did some more work with people, and then decided to open up my private practice and have found the birth trauma work to be greatly expanding.
Absolutely. Well, and it's great to hear that a little bit of your backstory and that personal journey to where you've come to today. It just helps us understand, why were you drawn to it? And it sounds to me like even though it was a bit of a slow process, you have seen a real need for this area to be looked at, and I know that's going to be part of your presentation as well. Well, lastly, before we wrap things up here, I'm so excited to be going to be listening to your presentation. But before we get started with that, perhaps you can share with our audience, what are you most excited or you just want them to learn or take away from your presentation?
Well, I think that I'm most excited about sharing what to look for. So, the signs and symptoms of trauma and how they can be specific to birth trauma as well, and how to distinguish it from depression or anxiety, postpartum depression or postpartum anxiety. And for people to know that birth trauma is real, that it's a real thing, and we need to start to recognize it more in the work we do with parents.
Absolutely. And I think that getting that message across is going to be definitely one of the most important that we can continue to talk about in the birth field. So thank you so much for sharing that, Shannon. And again, for our listening audience, Shannon is going to be speaking as part of our add-on informed care add-on package at the Gold Perinatal Online Conference 2017. You can go to our website now and check it out at goldperinatal.com. All the information is on there, and we look forward to seeing you October 2nd online, everyone. Well, thank you again, Shannon Kane, for being with us here today. It was lovely to chat with you.
Yes, you too. Thank you. you.
And thank you again for our listening audience.